Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the Mental Margarita show, and I am with the living legend, the
Oh,
sensational singer, entertainer, performer, actress, best-selling author,
yeah.
licensed pilot.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
unbelievable. This is crazy. I got Deana Martin in the house.
Yay. Well, I'm happy to be here. You got your Yankee hat on. I'm thrilled. I was born on let me see. Let me see. I think it was Park and 64th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an apartment building now, but it was a hospital then.
Something.
Yeah.
And so now are you in Vegas right now?
No, no, I'm not. You're in Vegas though. I love
Right.
Vegas. Yeah. So we're not there, but we're going to be coming soon. I kind of grew up in Vegas, as you know. Yeah.
Those that are living underneath the rock, this is the daughter of the legendary iconic Dean Martin. And when you say Vegas, I mean it's synonymous. And it's unbelievable. But coming from you, how did growing up, how was that to be around that kind of energy?
When I think about, well, my dad, but my uncle Frank Sinatra, my uncle Sammy Davis Jr., I mean, and we would have so much fun. I remember I was, maybe 9 years old going to the Copa Room at the Sands Hotel in Las
Wow.
Vegas. Yeah. And it would be amazing. I'd be sitting like in the, front row, there were tables, of course, like they do. And I'd be sitting there and the state, the whole Copa Room would get dark, and then all of a sudden you'd hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Sands Hotel is proud to present the star of our show, straight from the bar, Dean Martin." And my dad would walk out,
Whoa.
everybody would go, "Oh, and oh, there he is." And he was in a tuxedo, with a red pocket square. He looked so cool. He was so funny. And
I,
I mean, I just got chills, because I'm back there in Las Vegas when he walked out. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. And I said to myself, that's what I want to do.
and all of a sudden, here you are going through the speed of life, and then you got a debut CD. Memories are made of this
Yes.
in the top 10 for 40 weeks.
I couldn't believe it. It was so exciting, Yeah. And all those great songs and the incredible arrangements and, recording my songs at Capitol Records in
Wow.
Hollywood, and I watched my dad record his first #1 hit. Memories Are Made of This, and That's Amore. I was there at Capitol Records, sitting in a, little chair. My feet didn't even touch the ground, and it was, yeah, but it was magical. Absolutely.
You also had a critically acclaimed CD, Destination Moon, which played
Destination
in over
Moon.
12 radio stations.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, and it's beautiful. Not to me, it's just gorgeous to look at. I mean, the cover and
Yeah,
the moon up there, and then the beautiful dress. So Destination Moon, and now Swing Street. And
Swing Street.
Swing Street is so much fun. And of course, my Christmas album.
Your
So
Christmas album. Top
yeah, yeah,
every Christmas.
every
Dino, this
Christmas.
is unbelievable.
I know, it's pretty amazing. And when Andy Williams recorded Let It Snow with Me, or I remember growing up watching him, and he had, he would do It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And when I came here and I said, you know what? I'm going to do a Christmas album. And so my handsome husband John asked Andy if he would record a song with me on it. He said, absolutely. And so we record, I mean, here I am, I'm singing a Christmas song with Andy Williams on my
Oh
Christmas
my
album.
goodness.
It was just, it just thrills me. I was so blessed and so lucky to have Dean Martin as my dad.
Do you ever feel the pressure? Do you ever feel nervous or stage fright or any of those things?
Yeah, it's maybe it's more excitement. I mean, it's exciting. And for me, what's a thrill is to walk out on stage and there's the audience and they're all having a little sippy poo or they've had their dinner and they applaud and I'm singing "Ain't That a Kick in the Head?" you know and it's just it's remarkable. It is so much fun. I get nervous, I get excited. And
Right,
I
right.
think I think that's what it is. Because my dad was always just so cool. He was the king of cool. You know that.
He was so cool, man.
Yeah.
Love him to death.
Elvis Presley told me he was the king of cool. Elvis Presley, like when I was, still 9, my dad took us to Paramount
Wow.
Studios when he was making a movie, and Elvis was there. And I'm standing out in front of my dad's dressing room, and I see this man come riding up on a bicycle. And as he gets closer, I'm going, "Oh my goodness, that's Elvis Presley!" And he comes up,
Oh,
yeah, and he said, "Your dad is the king of cool." He said, "They call me the king of rock and roll, but your dad is the king of cool." So I almost passed out. I said, "Elvis Presley told me my dad was the king of,"
wow.
yeah, pretty amazing.
I'm telling you, so amazing. And so is the show that you do every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's
Yeah.
on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, DeanaMartin.com. Tell me about this show.
Oh, you are such a doll. I can't wait to see your show. Well, I just finished it. You can see there's the set back, back there. I just finished it. And it's 200, today was the 239th Deana Martin live show. And it started during the pandemic. So it's 4.5 years ago because all my shows were canceled when that happened, right? And so I'm thinking, well, what the heck am I going to do? We have to stay at home, can't go out. And so Rosario, and I think you just saw Rosario, my assistant, she said, "Why don't you do a Facebook Live show?" I said, "What's Facebook Live?" She said, "You take your iPhone, put it on a tripod, and you sing right here." So we did that because I have all of my music from all of my albums. I have the TV tracks. So it's all of my music without the voice. And so my
Perfect.
husband, yeah, so I can just do those. And, the first show, which was 4.5 years ago, I sat in a chair like this. I was in jeans and flip-flops. And, and I sang and told some corny jokes, and people loved it. And I thought, who's going to watch that? And 40,000 people watched it. And, just thinking about the people I grew up around is remarkable.
You know what? It truly is. And you're truly remarkable as well. I want you to tell John I said hello.
I will do that.
Hey,
Absolutely.
John.
Good old John. Okay. So I'm going to tell you one of my jokes, one of my favorite silly jokes. What did one DNA say to the other DNA?
What's that?
"Do these jeans make me look fat?" Okay. That's the Deana Martin show.
Oh boy.
Okay.
There you have it, guys.
There you
Ladies and
go.
this is sensational. She's got me laughing. I'm ready to hop on a plane so we can go flying one day.
Okay, that's very cool. And I'll fly you somewhere. In fact, my husband and I are both pilots, and we have a plane, and it's called Volare because volare means to fly in Italian.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And it's such a pleasure to have you. We love you. Ladies and gentlemen, Deana Martin on the Mental Margarita Show.
Welcome again to the Mental Margarita Show. The holidays are coming, the end of year is coming. There's a lot of exciting things happening and wonderful things that people can know about what to do with their money to
Right.
protect themselves from taxes. So today we're going to talk about a Roth IRA, and we're going to compare 401k to 402k. You're going to give us some pointers and some suggestions. So many people have heard about a Roth IRA, but give us the down low. What do people need to know about a Roth?
Well, a Roth IRA, which an IRA stands for individual retirement account. So like all of us need to prepare for retirement, and a Roth IRA is one of the best ways. A Roth IRA will grow and grow, and you will never need to pay taxes on any of the earnings. A Roth IRA is funded with after you've paid tax money. That's the main difference between it and a traditional IRA. A traditional IRA lets you deduct the money from your gross income before you pay taxes, but then you have a lot of requirements that you don't have with a Roth IRA, like you have to start taking minimum distributions, I believe, when you're 73. With a Roth, you never have to take any minimum distributions. Plus, with a traditional IRA, whenever you take out that minimum money, it's going to be taxed. So that's the great advantage. With AIM, if you put in, and your limit on a Roth IRA is $7,000 a year, there might be a little catch-up principle if you're over 50. I'm not sure on that, or if I stumble on it, I'll let you know. So if you put in 7,000, and you can do it with your wife, so 7 and 7. If you did that for 10 years, you would have put in 140,000. In the meantime, you'd be doing AIM investing, and the only drawback of AIM investing is you would have all the profits you make from AIM investing are short-term capital gains, which would be taxed at your highest income tax rate. So if you're a wealthy individual or couple, you could be taxed in the 35% range. With a Roth, you would be taxed at the 0 tax range, which is much better. Plus, if you put in that 140,000 for you and your wife over 10 years, you would have been investing it in AIM investing or another form of investing, and all of those profits, say, you were doing AIM and you were averaging about, 30-40% a year, that 140,000 could have grown to 500,000 in 10 years. Now you have 500,000 to invest with AIM or other forms of investing, and you would find you might make 100,000 in profits on that 500,000. All of the future profits you're making from this Roth IRA will grow tax-free. So by the time you retire, you could have millions of dollars in a Roth that is tax-free.
There's a difference between a 401k and a 402.
Well,
Is
a
it the minimum?
401k is usually issued by employers and has many more restrictions than a Roth. In a Roth, you can invest in options. I don't think many company-sponsored 401ks would let you invest in options, for example. So it's much better to be running your own retirement account than letting an employer do it. And the way people turn over jobs these days, it doesn't make sense. It's not like you're going to work for the same company for 40 years, so you can just leave your, 401k at the company. They're probably going to lay you off and replace you with a, artificial intelligence or something. So, it makes much more sense to run your own when you have a definitive plan of how to invest the money and you want to grow it as fast as possible. You want to use a vehicle like AIM investing, and you want to manage it yourself. And I'd be glad to give you some help to help you manage it.
So people come to you, they're going to sign up to invest with AIM, and the Roth IRA is to manage, is where their money's going to go as they earn income through that investment. Right. Is that right? Okay. Right. And is this an automated process? How easy is it to set this up?
It's very easy to open a Roth IRA. The perfect way to open a Roth IRA is to call your stockbroker, where you already have your investing account, and tell them you want to open a Roth IRA. and they can do it for you very easily and for free.
Free is a great word.
Yes, it is.
So in a time where we pay a lot for a lot of things, if you haven't been to the grocery store
And
lately, keep your money, folks. And
keep
keep
your
as much of
money.
it as you can.
Because you earned it, you should get to keep it.
Great. Well, we appreciate you again coming on the show and sharing these tidbits with us. And we'll be directing people to you in your
It's my
webinar.
pleasure. My whole mission in life is to help ordinary people have the best life they can, and I do it through helping them make the most money they can with the little money they can afford to invest. So I'd love to help you. If you want to talk to me, you can phone me at 210-478-0655, and I'll be glad to talk with you for free. Thank you.
Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show, ladies and gentlemen. We have an entrepreneur, an extraordinaire. And you know what? I think one thing that I really find exciting about this particular person is that she's driven. She's got a lot of drive. She's got a lot of ambition. I present to you guys Goldie Collette, and she is the CEO of Mama Made It 3 LLC and event planning service, and just a whole bunch of things that she brings, and most importantly, what she brings to the household, most importantly, and to people, is joy. She brings joy. So she's in the business of bringing joy and taking away your stress. Where you from?
Originally, I'm from Watts, California.
What?
And yeah, I'm from Watts, but I live in North Dakota now, and I moved here from Las Vegas. So
For how long do you live in Vegas for?
15 years.
15 years. All
Yeah,
right.
that used to be my playground growing up.
Wow. Look at this. So we got to bring you back to Vegas. Now,
Exactly.
how was your childhood growing up? How was that like?
Well, like I said, I'm from Watts. I grew up like in the projects, in the Jordan Down projects, and I have a large family. I'm like number 12. I'm like, well, I have together 13 brothers and sisters. I'm like, with me, I mean, including me is 13, but have 12 siblings. So I'm the oldest daughter. I have one older sibling, and yeah, pretty much. So it was kind of rough, you know.
I can imagine. Watts. It's kind of rough.
Yes, it is. So it's a blessing to be where I am now, or to make it out of, you know, that type of environment. Not many people make it out. A lot of my friends are no longer here with this, or serving a long time in jail. So it's a blessing to be able to make it out of Watts, out of Las Vegas, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
doing, you know, everything that I'm doing now, because I never like saw this for myself, like coming from that type, you know, growing up in that type of environment. I never saw like this for myself. The things that I'm doing now, I never even really knew anybody who was doing the things that I do. So I had my first kid, or I got pregnant when I was 16 years old with my first child. So pretty much that was kind of like the point where I was like, I gotta do something, you know?
Now, 3 years of experience as an event planner. How has those 3 years? Wait a minute. Let's hit the brakes. Let's talk about the first year. Was that difficult? How was that process?
Okay, so the first year, which was like 2020, 2021, you know, like around the pandemic or whatever, pretty much a lot of people that was forced to either, you know, they got laid off or whatever the case may be, or just couldn't work because of the whole little shutdown and stuff like that. So like I was one of those people, and pretty much at that time I got laid off, so I was receiving unemployment. And so I was just like, I took my unemployment money and started investing it in to what I wanted to do, because like all my life pretty much I kind of feel like I've been crafty, I'm very creative. Like I said, coming from the projects, you don't have very much. So I like my specialty is being able to make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
awesome.
just knew I was a boss. Like it's one thing, I've always worked because I had to take care of my kids and stuff like that. But I can say out of all of the jobs that I've had, I've never like really like loved it or been happy. And I don't like, I will leave quick. Like if I get a job and it's like not nothing that I'm passionate about, or like my heart is not in it, I'm gonna move on. So like when when I had time to really, you know, focus on like what is it? Like perfecting my craft, you know what I'm saying? Just me being creative and creating different things. I had time to work on that during the pandemic. And like I said, with the money that I was getting from unemployment, I invested in like my equipment, computers, printers, just different little things. I would go on YouTube, learning how to work different machinery, just, you know, building my brand and stuff like that.
What was some of the things that you learned?
Okay, but look, just to backtrack a little bit, like kind of okay, in the beginning, well, that first year when I decided to start my business, my daughter also wanted to start a business, which she was 6 years old at the time. So I was like, okay, you know, and I was kind of working on my stuff. So I didn't take hers like so, you know, too serious. I said, okay, we're gonna do it, but I didn't act on it. So she kept like pressuring me. I'm like, okay, let's do it, you know. She wanted to start a lemonade stand. So I eventually gave in, and we went and set up like a lemonade stand or a table, and was selling our lemonade, which is like a family recipe.
That's so cute.
Selling our lemonade. And pretty much my daughter business took off before my business did. So
Let's take the stress out of planning.
yes.
And I think that anyone that wants to do a fantastic anyone that wants to do a fantastic event needs to reach out to you. I'm thinking weddings, like wedding receptions. You could do
Weddings,
baby
baby showers, bar mitzvahs, you know what I'm
miss.
saying?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Like, we also like with my kids' business, what I'm trying to do is kind of like merge both. So like when we do like we recently or when we do like our events, we will like include, we'll have like the lemonade stand maybe set up on the side and stuff like that. We famous for our lemonade and pickles. We have like a lot of different crazy
Oh, I love
pickles.
it.
Yeah, so that's like we have like our famous lemonade and famous pickles. So we kind of I like to include that in my business too. So if I'm hosting like the father-daughter dance, we'll have like pickles or lemonade from Decaria Milagros famous lemonade type of thing.
And you guys listen, whether it doesn't matter what it is, she's willing to travel, she's willing to work with you. And we all have to support each other. That's really the basis of this platform, is to get business owners on the platform. You help them expand their brands, and us coming together to really make things happen. And it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. I really appreciate you.
It's Paula, your local chauffeur driver here in Las Vegas. If you are visiting or need a ride while in town, give me a call. I can get you scheduled. 702-245-7415. I am working at Omni Limousine Service. Have a great day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo, New York's own king of entertainment, J-Taker!
Ho, 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 ho!
Starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion. And you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. It's Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty.